And finally tonight, a man in a hot seat of boxing news, as Greg just mentioned there. We took over from Claude Abrahams, who had been in charge for something like 16 odd years. Anyway, the new editor walked in a busy time. Amir Khan glory, David Haye glory, amateur boxing in a golden period. All in all, it's an easy job, surely. Well, I'm delighted to say that Tris Dixon, the new editor, well, he's been there a year now, joins me on the line. Tris, is it an easy job?
It's a busy job, Steve, really busy, because, you know, a lot of people see that it's just boxing news, but it's not only that. Obviously, we've got the website that we're updating daily.
Good.
And we've got Fight and Fit, the health and fitness title we've got as well for people in combat sports.
I like that one. It's a nice little magazine, that.
Yeah, it's kind of, so it's not just boxing news job. So it's a really busy job, and obviously it's something different, you know, that I'm doing that the other editors haven't had to do, you know, in terms of juggling more than one role.
Yeah.
But it's enjoyable, definitely, and it is busy.
It's a good time, Tris.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good time.
At the same time, though, Steve, it's been one of those years where, you know, we seem to have had a lot of sort of semi-final fights.
Yeah, not wrong. Good point.
You know, we haven't had those sort of spikes with the Hatton and Calzaghe mega fights.
Yep.
You know, David and Amir, both the fights they've had this year, they've sort of been stepping stone fights.
Yeah. Fun fights, but not that massive defining one.
Yeah, it's the same really with when you think Mayweather and Pacquiao as well. You know, until those guys get it on, they're just going to be in semi-final fights as well. So in that respect, it's been a little bit frustrating.
But let's have a look from a commercial point of view. With fights, with Pacquiao and Mayweather making a bit of news here. With David Haye making an awful lot of news. With the Audley Harris and David Haye fight making an incredible amount of news. Do you get a knock on from that, Tris? Do your sales go up saying the David Haye Audley Harrison week?
We do, yeah. I mean, you know, we'll be looking to, fingers crossed, expand that issue as well to make the most of it.
The final, the fight issue.
Preview and the fight report. Yeah, I mean, and it's certainly, as I said, when we had Hatton and Calzaghe, you certainly noticed a big spike when those guys fought, and it is the same when Amir and David fight, and when Cole Foch fights as well. Our figures go up.
And I was talking earlier on to Frank Warren, not in the interview. I spoke to him before I went on air just to check that everything was still in bed. And Frank said, and I agree, because it's the way, you know, I always feel positively, as you know. I think we've got a lot of good fighters here at the moment. And I'll suggest something to you. When Joe Calzaghe stepped in the ring against Chris Eubank in 1997, the last time Frank Warren put on a massive bill like he's putting on this Saturday, was Joe Calzaghe any better known than Nathan Cleverly? And I'll tell you the answer. I won't let you answer. The answer's no.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you. I don't think he necessarily was at all.
No, I agree.
Because you know, Cleverly's been built up steadily. You
lot of fights.
Had the Sky exposure.
Yep.
You know, and obviously, don't forget there was some crossover, wasn't there? You know, he came off the back of Calzaghe.
Absolutely.
So everyone knew who Nathan was when Calzaghe was still around. Everyone was sort of pointed in his direction that he was the guy who was going to.
Because he'd sparred all those rounds and all of that stuff as well.
Exactly.
It's an What are you looking forward to on Saturday night, Tris? What of those fights? The ones in Birmingham, not Barry's show, because I'd love to be out of the Ulster Hall. That'd be wild, Barry McGuigan out there. What are you looking forward to, LG Arena?
I'm really looking forward to the heavyweight fight.
Oh, so am I.
I think that's an really interesting.
So do I.
They've both made a lot of progress since they first fought.
Yeah, not wrong.
I think Enzo could put us on another roller coaster this weekend.
So do I.
I think the Brooke Jennings fight's interesting.
Yes,
there's a lot I like about that, although I do think Hell's a little bit special.
So do I.
Last time I said that about someone, it was Danny Jacobs before he fought Pirog.
Yeah, everyone got carried away with Jacobs. I was saying, hold back on this guy. I don't like. There's something I don't like about him. Mind you, I thought, I'll be honest with you, I was a bit squeaky bum time by the time he came to Pirog, because I thought I was going to end up with egg on my face then.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, there were the two Dannys, weren't there? There was the Danny Jacobs and Danny Garcia, and I always liked Jacobs a lot more than I like Garcia. So, you know, you compare the two and you think, yeah, he's the one who's going to go far. But then, you know, as you say, you know, meets a decent guy like Pirog and you stand out.
Yeah.
So, for the time being, anyway. And obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing how Cleverly makes the step up, because Murat is a decent step up from the guys he's been boxing.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's a really good logical progression fight for him, and be interesting to see how he gets on.
And you're going to be there from the start, Tris, 4:30?
Yeah, I'll be there pronto, mate. Be there from about maybe 4:10.
Listen, I'll be there from about 5. Listen, Tris, it's been a pleasure having you on, and we'll make this sort of a regular thing, yeah? Call you on.
Nice one. Thanks for having me, Steve.
No, listen, it's my pleasure. Tris Dixon there does a great job at Boxing News. It looks nice at the moment.